The next one is arrogance. These are the organisations who know that they know and they won't be told that they don't know. That's really bad. Okay? And then we come to C, for complacency. They knew once, they think they still know, they haven't continued to learn. I'm going to give you an example of both arrogance and complacency, and it relates to Christchurch. Now, the organisation that I work for, that Edith works for, and that you're studying at, when I was a student, and I had a great time as a student, and I had lots of support, but when it came to graduation, I said to them about 6 months before graduation, what are the arrangements? How can I get up onto the stage to receive my certificate the same way as everyone else? I made a whole load of suggestions, and they said to me, oh, don't worry, what we've always done in the past has worked well and no one's ever complained. And I said, well, what's that? And they said, the Dean of the Cathedral comes below stairs and will greet you there. And I said, well, who gets to see that? And they said, your 2 invited guests in the golden seated area will see this. I said, will anybody else in the cathedral see it? And they said, no. And I said, well, that's not really good enough. So a few discussions took place. The university wouldn't budge, and I decided to take legal action. So if you can imagine, this is back in 2004 when I came to graduate. The graduation day came and went. They hadn't made alternative arrangements. I was greeted below stairs, and I was represented. The Disability Rights Commission, as it was then, took on my case because, as I was saying just now about money for legal cases, there was money back then. And the Disability Rights Commission, as it was, also had funding. So this was a test case. It was the first of its kind. And the judge agreed with me and my legal team, and we won the case. And from now on, at every graduation ceremony that happens in the cathedral, there's a ramp, goes up one side and comes back down the other, and all of the students equally go up the ramp one side, come down the ramp the other side, and everybody is seen by everybody else during their graduation ceremony. They're greeted in exactly the same way. I'm really, really proud of the fact that we took that legal case. Like I said, we made legal history, and for a while the university was embarrassed about it. I think that there are a few less embarrassed individuals now working at the university, but it was still a great achievement. I had a poisoned pen letter from somebody during the case, a disabled person who remained anonymous. It was a handwritten note that was put in my pigeonhole at university, and it just said disabled people should be grateful. That idea of gratitude for the wonderful way in which the university has tried its best to meet the needs of disabled people. So there you go. There's an example of a disabled person who obviously hadn't heard of the social model of disability. And that was an example right there of arrogance and complacency.